Hey, oh my goodness, that thing is thick. All right, what is up everybody? My name is Guillaume. I'm alone this week. My favorite counterpart is currently ill. Please send him prayers and wishes of speedy recovery. Hope you're all doing great. Amanda is here. Hi Amanda. You are responsible for that introduction, but we'll get back to that very shortly. Hope you're all good. Poo Ninja is here as well. Frankie Boy. Oh my goodness. Stephen S. Milo GFI. Steph. Sorry, steady. Hope you guys are all doing great today. Welcome to this live stream. This week I'm gonna be trying pedals. This is what I do, and so I'm gonna keep doing it. I was struggling to find a theme. I was like, well, there we can always bounce back to that. There's some new pedals that came out recently, so somewhat recently. So yeah, Amanda, you are. I don't know whenever they'll switch back to the overhead camera, but you'll know why you're responsible. Yeah, you do. All right, no, but it's really good to see you guys. Simon is here. Nice to see you, man. So yeah, few new pedals, some of which we've talked over the past few weeks. Some of them that have already appeared on the channel as well. So we're going to go over those. We have a dedicated pedal wall camera that will be moving probably sometime during the live stream, because that only covers about, I'd say, a solid third and a half of the actual wall. So obviously if there's anything on there that you want me to play, please do let me know, and I will very much oblige. The running gag, yeah, I think you won't cut it anymore. And yeah, let's start with what's on the board, because Amanda, you know, yes, Sono, this is the new version of the Live Pedal Revision 3 by Earthquaker Devices. This is the first one that's not, at least as far as we know, a limited run, because they've done two previous runs of that pedal, slightly different designs, same concept of a fuzz, an octave, and a boost. And those pedals went like crazy. Like this is the first time that I actually play an Earthquaker Devices branded version of that, because I've played some clones and some homemade clones, but that's the first time that I'm playing it. Absolutely massive. It really delivers on the myth. It's not cheap, I know that, but as far as I'm concerned, for an octave fuzz / boost / mayhem, the amount of switchability and like versatility that you get out of the different clipping modes, either going full up amp or silicon symmetrical and silicon something else clipping modes, you get like a whole lot out of that pedal, and it looks sick. So that's at least 50 tone points as far as I'm concerned. Son, didn't they make those legendary Doomstoner rock kind of 200 watt amps that will make you melt your face? Yes, they did. That's what Son, the Son Beta, I think, is the well-known monster of an amp. They did a whole bunch of solid state work as well, and yeah, those are aimed for one thing and one thing only, and that is destruction. So I'm gonna be playing this board. I'm gonna just put pedals on and off the board. Right now I'm playing this lovely 58 Outfit Epiphone guitar. I'm running it through the REVV 20. That is completely clean. Let me remove everything else that I've got going on. I'm gonna check tuning and come back to you. So yeah, I'm playing the REVV 20 and going through the Harley Benton Cowboy Selection Creamback 75 directly to your ear holes. And yeah, so super clean. What I had going on for the intro was a little bit crazy because I was both like all three circuits of the Sono live pedal, as well as the Nebulous for some vibe, the Echo system for a pitch shifting delay, and the Flint with a whole lot of the 80s mode reverb, which is like kind of a studio digital reverb type of thing. So I'll just start with the clean, play something similar as for the intro, and then kicking the different sides of the live pedal. So prepare your listening devices. Don't jump at the sound. It's a good sound. Also remarkably quiet for the ridiculous amount of gain that is inside this device. And yeah, so that was just the Sono with all three circuits progressively added. So first to begin with, then octave, then boost, overdrive type thing. Just like independently, it's already a pretty thick kind of boost. Conventional, it's only halfway up. The only setting that I really maxed out was the distortion, and the octave is pretty high up as well. In the mix, massive sounding pedal, and you're absolutely right, Frankie boy. Jupiter Effects is based on the Sun. Their monster head. It was posting it a lot on Facebook recently, and doing some different iterations of the chassis and everything, but it's based off of that amp, and it looks like a monster to carry around, at least. Amanda, it sounds wicked on bass as well. Yeah. That pedal's been about as popular for bass players as it's been for guitar players. It's just, it works super well with the lower frequencies, even though I'm in standard tuning. Like, it doesn't. Like, something that some fuzzes will do is like just completely fart out basically and collapse once you start hitting the lower notes, and that just stays super articulate. Very, very nice to hear. Okay, so this is going to be the stoner episode. Let me grab some acid. Hey, today might be the day. Yeah, I've got some slicing devices, some more fuzz devices around there. Please have a look at anything that's around me. I'll try the pedals that I want to try. If you guys don't want anything in particular, like I don't care. I'm having fun. But if there's anything you see that tickle your eyeballs, please do let me know, and I'll try them out. Armagnac, that's massive. Yeah. Okay. I think we all agree on the fact that the Sono live pedal sounds absolutely massive. Let me try something. I should have thought about a way to mute the amp while doing all that plugging in and out, but you guys will be okay. I'm just gonna do that. It's fine. And plug in another pedal that I haven't had the chance to play yet. That is the new Boss SL2 slicer. That's input B, my bad. Oh, comes with a battery. Good to know. And apparently that thing does really crazy things. I haven't played it yet. Everything is at 12. Let's see what it does. Should I keep the fuzz on? Sounded very Canadian when you read my comment. You know what? I was feeling so Canadian today that when I opened the Thomann page and I was looking for an English version of the page, I put the Canadian one. So if the laptop screen is ever displayed, the prices you see are in Canadian dollars. Yay. Hi, Eric. How's the Friedman dual channel for metal or cleaner tone, François? It's good, but we'll plug it in very shortly. I'm just trying out the Boss SL2 slicer because I've heard good things and I don't know anything about slicing pedals. This is not really my jam. Also, if I don't plug the amp back in, we're gonna be in trouble. All right, let's see what it does on its own and then I'll put some fuzz. That was the easiest pedal demo that I've ever done. This sounds sick. Okay, so I'm guessing it slices, well, it does, it's a slicer. Variation, okay, we've got different harmonic modes. I'm guessing that was still part of the dual mode, yep. And variation is probably gonna be the amount of like divisions that you'll have in the slicing. You also have control over balance and attack. That felt pretty good to play, to be honest. So I'm just gonna leave the balance is about halfway up, so you do get like, and it became cool when the fuzz kicked in. Like there was still quite a bit of dry signal in there, but the slicing was just crazy. Okay, that was variation 3. I'm gonna put variation 6. Just try the same thing with that one. And I'm from Ontario, Canada. You guys are talking about time zones again? I feel like that's a recurring topic. But interesting, cool sound, honestly. Yeah. Hi, Melanie. It's really cool. I don't know. This is definitely not my kind of jam. Like, if you guys know me, is like I do. Oh my God, the trip starts. Like I'm mostly you know, mellow, cajon gig, cajon top songwriter, John Mayer type thing, so tube screamer and a clone, and it's fine. But this is super interesting, and I can see like a lot of guitar players using that in a very original way. Let's try the division or variation, they call it, variation number 6, see what that does, and then we'll try some other pedals. Okay. Whiskey mode is super, super funky, but just the guitar and the slicer for now. This is so sick. Okay, I'm gonna rename that pedal How to Waste 5 Hours into just playing 2.5 notes. This is so cool though. I really, really like it. Super funky divisions. I can see that working on, well, obviously right now I'm using it with a guitar. It's got stereo in and out, so if you want to use that with any sort of synth machine, I'm sure that's gonna work as well. I can see that on so many like super funky like drones in the background, like not necessarily front and forward like what I'm doing now with the guitar, but just having like a drone with that rhythmic pattern in the background, just playing whatever, and you've got the song sort of layered on top. That could be really, really cool. I feel like Frank, yeah, you're enjoying that? I don't know. No, you feel dizzy. Okay, that's good to know. I feel very motivated to fight crime or something. Yeah. I guess that's good then. That's good. If you want to feel like Batman, just get the Slicer SL2 by Bus. You're welcome, Bus. Pattern import as well. Yeah, I read about this. In fairness, I unboxed the pedal exactly 17 minutes ago, and I just plugged it in for the first time. So I haven't done anything. This is really just like, as it comes out of the box, pretty much everything at 12, just 2 variation modes out of 10, 11 maybe? 11. And different, like, I'm guessing engine modes of way to slice on those variation patterns, because we've got single, dual, tremolo, harmonic, and SFX, which has to be science fiction. Science fiction effects? I don't know. I'm just gonna try it before I unplug the pedal, because otherwise this whole live stream is just gonna be me vibing on that. Sorry, Black Box, what are you saying? Sound effects, that makes a whole lot of sense. My God, you sound mighty today. All right, let's just try this one real quick for, you know, sounds and giggles. You're not ready. I'm not ready. Okay, my bad. I'm gonna stop now. This is incredibly cool. Bus, well done. I didn't even know what to expect with that thing, but it sounds amazing. My experience as the you know, sort of blues rock guitar player is that it tracks really well. Anything else about it, I don't know and I don't understand, but it tracks really, really well. Even when I was doing the harmonics in the part before, and it took the different harmonics and used all of them while the bass was still sort of droning in the background. It's so cool. It is so cool. Need Kraftwerk with that. Yeah, 100%. All right, sick. Well, that was 2 new pedals. That's. I'm happy I did this. How are you guys? How are you doing? Do you want to see something that's on the wall? Do you want to see something that's behind me? There's a couple of them that I do want to try. I might do several at a time. The warm drive, not necessarily. I've done a video about it. If you want to check out last Monday's video, I did like a almost fully dedicated video on the warm drive by Warm Audio, and it's a killer pedal. But I think Francois was asking about, oh, Phil, I'm sorry, I ripped off the tape from that pedal. Well, I don't know why I'm saying I'm sorry, I put the tape on that. So. All right, Francois was asking about the BE Deluxe. So we're gonna plug that in. How's it going? Melanie, this pedal is definitely something else, in a good way. Yeah, 100% with you on that. I've never heard anything like it. And it's funny because just before that video, I was filming something completely different that you will see very shortly on the channel. And we're talking about tremolos, and we're looking for something really choppy. And are you adjusting the camera? And I'm pretty sure, like, because I wanted to play Boulevard of Broken Dreams, and so I'm pretty sure the slicer would be a very interesting way to play Boulevard of Broken Dreams. Okay, so as far as I remember, you wanted to hear the BE-OD Deluxe for cleans and gain. Ilmiras, good. Ilmiras? Yes, probably. I'm sorry if I butchered it. Good day to you too. Good, sir. Nice to have you along. Super funk with some distortion and fuzz in front. Yeah, that's the recipe, isn't it? Yeah, so one cleanish channel. So that's the Friedman BE-OD Deluxe. Once Phil is back behind his fun controller over there. So I'm gonna set up one channel with like yay much gain and one channel with yay much gain. Let's leave all the controls just about where I usually like them, and we should be in business. Where's presence? Yeah, we're good. Okay, so I'm gonna start clean, then I'll turn on to the low gain side of it, and then the high gain to give you an idea of what to expect. And if it's too much, I might readjust on the fly. We'll see about that. Okay, let's, forgot the output, my bad. All right, now we're doing it. All right, obviously this is just two settings out of the pedal. We could push a little bit more gain, although I don't recommend it on the BE-OD and BE-OD Deluxe. This is just about where I'd set the gain for max, and then if you need more, boost into it with either a clean boost type thing or a TS type thing with the gain way down and just volume kicking into it. For the low gain part, it cleans up pretty nicely. I rolled back the volume a little bit to give you guys an idea. Is there a list of pedals somewhere, guys? Man, that would be, you know what? Next time we do that on a live stream, we'll put a list of pedals. There's no list, but we have a dedicated camera angle that Phil is going to switch to somewhat regularly. And so you guys can see what's on the wall and what we can try today. Fade to Black mixed with Rammstein. Not on purpose, but very probably, yeah. About the Friedman, yes, but I'm a bass player and I really like using distortion that sound like guitar drive and get those mids. Oh my God, you're the good kind of bass player, Francois. I've been super Frenching your name, by the way, Francois. If you're not French, let me know and I'll adjust to Francois. How would you guys say it like German or English? I'm not sure. I'll see if the. What? I'm sorry, I really wanted the reverb on your voice because it sounds epic, but I do not get anything that you say.
That's fine, it's fine.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because it would be France.
Yeah. France, of course it would be France, my God. Biohazard, hey, how you doing? Thanks for joining us. We're talking about distortions. And yeah, sorry, I just sidetracked there. But you're a bass player, that's really sick. I'm no bass player, but I think you're right in thinking about some of those, you know, Friedman Brown Eye, obviously, but sort of Plexi or Marshall at least inspired platforms, because Well, you know, back in the days of yonder, bass players were using a whole lot of Marshall, not only plexi but Marshall majors, notably because they were super high headroom amplifiers and they gave like that grit, that sound. So outside of fuzz, because if I don't mention fuzz on bass, Phil's gonna murder me at some point. Outside of fuzz, if you're looking for a guitar-sounding distortion or like a distortion that's made for guitar, I would also gravitate towards either something like the Friedman BE-OD or BE-OD Deluxe, or something that's like that's a plexi-inspired pedal, because you are going to get those mids, you are going to get that definition, and in terms of like super famous rock bass sounds, like, you know, even if you think of Lemmy, for example, that's the Marshall thing, that's the Marshall grit that you're getting. So, you know, no bass player, take what I'm saying with a grain of salt, but if I had to put my money on something, that would definitely be that. French, all right, cool. Here was my advice in English. hope that was fine.
What if it's about mids and also French?
Yes.
The bass tube screamer that the Gojira bassist also uses.
The bass tube screamer?
Yes, sir.
Who makes that?
Ibanez.
Who?
Ibanez. It's just
Ibanez, it's just a tube screamer. Yeah. Oh, right, sick. Oh, okay, sorry. Again.
I guess different frequency response, something like that.
Okay, that is way easier to understand, but like the reverb adds something, at least in the room. I feel like holy or something. Okay, so yeah, Phil's recommendation is also to look at tube screamers, obviously. If you're looking for mid-range, that's a good place to look at. And apparently our good friends of Gojira are using that. I feel so bad every time I talk about Gojira. It's like I know all their names and I always forget. Is it Jean-Michel? The bass player? I'm so sorry. I hate myself right now. I know it's a two-part name, I think. I'm sorry. Okay. Guillaume Hetfield, Jameson. Yeah, neither. I don't got the down-picking chops. All right, but Biohazard was asking to place...
Jean-Michel Labadie.
Jean-Michel Labadie. You know, I was almost sure, but I hesitated. Therefore, I'm wrong. But thank you very much for the precision. H90, Eventide. Yeah, I think we list it. I know that, the H90. Sorry, Biohazard, I'll go get some muff stuff really soon. Yeah, it's not in stock. That's why I didn't bring it today. The H90 is listed on the website. It is available for pre-order, but it will not be there before 3 or 4 weeks. But I am also very much looking forward to trying that, because the H9 is legendary, and it's on every single professional board in the history of professional boards. But it does, like, my problem with it, like, it's got the best sounds out of many things, but the functionality of it is very, like, limited, at least to me. And I know Eventide been working on that and, like, toggling different algorithms, toggling different, like, settings and whatnot into a single pedal. It takes a whole lot of processing powers, but this one I'm really excited to try. Do you have the new Eons? That's a good question. I don't think so. We have the Ages here, and no, but that's a good reminder. I really want to get one in the studio, because when we filmed the demo video with the Walrus guys here, that was their unit, because they were just coming from Guitar Summit, I think, and they had like their demo unit of the Eons. That was that. But in fairness, if you go check out that video, that's about as good as I can be with a fuzz demo. So go check it out. Okay, back to muff style, muff stuff. Looking for some cool ones. All right. Well, we got some muff. We got some muffage. We got some muffage over there. That's one for sure. That is the muff, or at least one of the 17 different variations of muff that Electro-Harmonix has put out. This is the compact-ish version. Yeah, sorry. Okay, so we're gonna plug that in for now. And see what that gives us. Sorry, let me just go back to some less invasive delay as well, and less invasive reverb, because otherwise it's not going to be a very good demo of anything. Okay, that's one muff. I can't remember if we have anything else on that wall that is muffy. I don't think so. You guys check it out. Let me know if you see anything else that could do for you. In the meantime, I'm just going to play the Electro-Harmonix one. That's the classic, at least. Yeah, sorry. Okay, let me get on with that, and then we'll talk about your second talking point. That is a good talking point. All right, muff. I forgot the output again. God. Oh. Can you remind me why I don't like muff again? We talked about this before, right? Okay.
I never understood.
You never understood. Yeah, I know you didn't understand why. It feels really big on the big muff circuit type thing. I've always struggled with them. I think it was because more of the like sort of cleanup and the fact that it's everything or nothing. Like the way it's dialed in right now is I'd say fairly conventional for a big muff dial-in. Like the sustain is 3/4 of the way up, volume and tone just about 12. It works beautifully. I really enjoy that sound. But yeah, I might need a couple more big muffs now. This is happening. Now play the same thing but in major. No, because I don't want my parents to deny my existence. I had an education, and if I do that, my dad will be angry. Please try and play Sunshine of Your Love on the muff. Do I even know how to play that song? No, I don't know how to play that song, so I'm sorry. With or without the muff, I'm gonna be struggling. Always difficult to imagine this solo with this tone. Yeah, I know. I just read big muff and I'm like, oh yeah, David Gilmour. For no good reason whatsoever, really, because he's used so many different types of fuzzes, and that was, you know, preamps into overdrives and whatnot. But I don't know, that came to me. It just came to me. Man, I bought the JHS muffler to get my definitely comfortably numb sound. It's not working for me, even with the higher watt amp on Quad Cortex. Yeah, honestly, for having, like, I've covered comfortably numb, like, repeatedly, and lately on, that's, oh my God, such a good segue. Thank you so much. I did a video on Instagram for the release of the new Wampler collective lineup. And so I had a pretty decent comfortably numb sound with the Wampler Triumph, which is sort of the low gain overdrive. It's got some bite on tap though, and I was pushing that with a tape preamp, which is more along the lines of what, you know, would be done at least live for that solo. And I was really happy with the sound. I wouldn't use a fuzz on that particular song or that particular solo, but yeah, that brings me to I think it was Biohazard again a couple questions ago. I don't remember. The talking about the OnePlus stuff. Same, extremely good, affordable pedals, and I think the reason why they're not here is because I checked and they were not here. OnePlus Triumph Overdrive. Yes, they are not here. So no, they are not here. That's why they're not in the room yet. K-Mac-LP, why no Chris? Okay, Bill, it is. I cannot help but feel like there's a little bit of disappointment in that sentence. I understand, I'm disappointed too, but for the quick story, Chris is ill. He's nothing too bad. Don't be scared for his life. He's gonna be okay, but he had to stay home today, get some rest. So yeah, it is just me, but it's good to see you, Michael P. Hope you're doing good. Wish you were here. That's an acoustic guitar. I have one of those, but I can't plug in. Can I plug? No, I'm not going to plug that into the pedals. But yeah, no, the OnePlus, the two new OnePlus Triumph and OnePlus Phenom, I think, is the name of the Distortion. A really good, more affordable text on there. You know, it's kind of like the 3 Series, JHS, and what Catalan Bread is doing as well with their all blacked out pedals and closures and what. Just basically more affordable, still made in the US, high quality boutique pedals. And they really nailed it with those. They sound really nice. No, I like you, Bill. Oh, I like you too. Can we hear a park fuzz? Yeah, you absolutely can do that. Our Steph is going. Bye. Prends soin de toi. À bientôt. Still talking about fuzzes. Do we have some bass topology for the Pandora, or is it a different type of animal? We have a bass topology for the Pandora. It is essentially a silicon fuzz face. With a twist, a lot more sort of obviously complete EQ section, a lot more like active EQ, and the option to stack a boost in front of it. So in very broad lines, you could call that expanded and modified fuzz face type thing, because this is essentially what it is, but with a very modern twist to it, and a lot more flexibility as far as dialing in, the bass and everything goes. It's a really cool unit. I don't know why I took it here with, so we can play that at some point as well. The Park Fuzz is incoming. Oh goodness! Oh, it still has my settings on it. Everything on 12. Sorry, everything on max. All right, yep, we're in business. Can you play the Surfy Bear reverb tank? Yeah, I will. I can. Oh wait, I don't know if I can. This one takes different power, I think. I'll have a look afterwards. Let me play the Park Fuzz a little bit. Someone was asking. Ilmiras. Sorry. Park. Output, and also I'm gonna keep the reverb and the delay on because I like it. Oh my God, I love this one. It's so good. There's a lot. I'm gonna say it's the more vintage sounding out of the modern sort of fuzzes and modern take on that particular circuit. It is sort of truer to what the original one was doing, just a lot more practical. It's such a good, like, super thick but still very like trebly and defined, super well defined fuzz. So I really love the Park. Does it clean up at all? We're about to see. We're about to see. Oh, is that for the? Thank you. Thank you. Oh.
300 milliamps to 12.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Wizard. A wizard he is. All right. Park cleanup. Potential cleanup. It cleans up somehow. Something gets cleaner. It's not going to be your super glassy fuzz face cleanup, but it's got something. Something of a cleanup. Yeah, as you're saying, a little bit gated, a little bit more scratchy, but it does. Yeah, it cleans up somehow. Can you show us how to create the woman tone, please and thank you, Clapton Cream style? It's just like low key, just like question out of a life. Hey, can you create one of the most famous guitar sounds in the world? I'm afraid if I start doing that right now, I'm gonna ridicule myself because this would take preparation. I'm not willing to have that image of myself forever on the internet. But yeah, it's like cleaning with dirt water. That's a really good analogy. This is really cool. You put Harley Benton in the title. Can you give an honest review of why they are so inexpensive versus the real deal of the instrument? We put Harley Benton in the title because now we have some of the Harley Benton dual pedals on the wall as well, if you guys want to hear them. As far as an objective, like honest review of why they're so inexpensive, it's because they're export guitars. They're like just the same as why Epiphone, and then again, like some of those brands that were moved to Eastern Asia, Southeastern Asia, are bumping up in price because of like some of the components that they use or some of the process being moved back to Western countries. Like a lot of them now will be built in Southeast Asia, and then the QC will be done in Europe or in the US or Canada or wherever you want that to be. The fact is Harley Benton is inexpensive because it's manufactured there and because it's mass manufacture. It's like we sell a lot of those guitars, so we make a lot, and because we make a lot, parts are cheaper, so we can sell them for cheaper. And it's just like affordable guitars, and they just give an honest review. Like it depends. I've had some good Harley Bentons, I've had some not so good Harley Bentons. Usually if it's not good, like either Chris and I will be like, hey, here's what you sent. It's either a test unit or something like that. Sometimes we do get to try those and give some feedback, and we'll be like, hey, that's good, that's good, that's good, that's not good, that's not good, you need to change this and this or that. And like it's cool because we are open to like sending feedback like that. And but I've had some like You could argue that this guitar is an export guitar as well. This one is made in China. It's a really, really good guitar, period. Like, if you can, not look at, or at least not care about where the guitar was made, I think there's something to be said about export instrument nowadays. It's just the quality of them has been skyrocketing for years. Like, I remember my first Squier, my Bullet Strat, and in retrospect, like kind of the setup that was on it and the things that I had to learn how to do to make the guitar somewhat functional. But that was, I don't know how many years ago now, at least, not far from 20. and as much as I could say about like that guitar being good enough for a beginner, and it was my first guitar, and I owe it a whole lot. The bump in quality for the things that I get to try now, like whether Harley Benton or any other sort of export instrument, is just mind blowing. That's my honest review. Then it depends on the model. Okay. The good cup, bad cup. This is the real deal on new double pedal line. Yeah, it's my favorite too. I think it's Chris's favorite as well. I don't want to put words in his mouth, but I think he really, really liked that one as well. Okay. That was a lot of different points. I can't remember what I was supposed to try at this point. Guillaume la moustache. Yeah, elle reviendra. Maybe. I'll see if I feel like pulling out the mustache again. Okay, what we wanted to try, I remember now that I see it. Gigantic thing. The Surfy Bear reverb. Somebody wanted to hear that, I think. Buck, thank you for the question. I'm glad you found some answers in that monologue that I did. Okay, let me. I'm just going to stop looking at the comments for a second. I'm going to remember to unplug that. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry, that's going to look super messy on the overhead cam, but that's. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, overhead. Don't show it now, please. There's no use. Okay, and Phil said he put the 300 on 12 volts. Yeah, but 300 is not going to cut it. Yeah, I remember now. It's not the 12 volt that's the issue. It needs a full amp.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's all good. That's on me. I should have thought about the power supply for that pedal. I'm so sorry. For whoever wanted to hear the Surfy Bear reverb.
ABCDEF.
What?
It was ABCDEF who wanted to hear it.
ABCDEF, cool name. It sounds like that. And that's just with a finger. Imagine with a guitar. Sounds beautiful. But yeah, no, we have to find a dedicated power supply for that, and I honestly have no idea where it is. So. Oh, but Phil's on it. God damn, you're efficient. Okay, I'll just keep it next to the board, just in case. Okay. Do we have any more recommendations? Do we have any more ideas? Play a reverb pedal through a bass 6. I don't have a bass 6 here, unfortunately, but I have played a bass 6 and I enjoy those instruments greatly. They're extremely fun. I love them personally for a lot of slide playing, but they just sound ridiculous. And that's through a really big plate reverb, or even just like an old, the old Fender Springtime thing is just awesome. Big shout out to Phil. He's always on it. Yeah, he is. It's like sorting through 1,000 different power supplies over there just to try and bring something that'll do 12 volts, 1 amp. That is the only issue that I've ever seen with that Surfy Bear. It sounds ridiculously good, but it is very demanding on power for good reasons. Obviously, it's an actual spring tank, and that makes it kind of hard to, like, you need to have a dedicated power supply on your board to use that. So okay, let's do a little bit of good cop, bad cop, because we were talking about that one as well. I don't know what the settings look like. They probably what Chris is setting. Okay, let me. Yeah. Okay. That was a little bit too much delay. Oh, sorry, tuner is always on. Yeah, that's one of the qualities of the strobo stomp, is that you always know when you're out of tune, and that's, you know, awesome. I'm like, oh boy, that bend wasn't 100%. yeah. It tends to happen a lot with me, at least. So yeah, that was a good cop, bad cop. Left side first, right side after, and then both together. G, you should try some stuff for Brazilian boutique called Cross Devices and Cachalote. I'm sorry. Audio. It's amazing stuff. Yeah, I can only imagine. There's, oh my goodness, can you? Oh, the contraption. Thanks. Are you sure it's a voltage doubler, not a current doubler? Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. Now we've got two. The other way around. So current doubler, not a voltage. All right, cool. We're not going to throw Surfy Bear today. Phil's been like working on the power supply contraption, the other side with doublers and then cables and whatnot. So yeah, definitely back to what Amanda was saying. Big shout out to Phil, because he's always the one responsible for me not looking too dumb on there. All right, and we might actually finish on the Surfy Bear reverb, because I see now that I've been live for exactly 56 minutes, which is a long time to be live. I don't. You guys are good company, because I don't really notice when we're live so long ever. And today is even more impressive since I don't even have my partner with me. All right, are we on? All right, well, Phil, I got bad news and bad news. On paper, it should be enough, but it won't turn on. Oh, wait. Wait. Okay, there might be a chance that the current doubler also changes the polarity. On that chance that I'm not going to take, the pedal won't turn on, so I'm not going to insist on it. I don't want to fry it. We'll find the right power cable for it eventually, and you'll get to hear it in a future live stream. I'll make a point of leaving it on that board so that next time we can make sure that this beautiful reverb gets heard. But I think that was the last option that we had without trying to use the actual power supply for it.
One last option would be to use just a 600 output.
I mean, we can try. Now are we there? Can you try Electro-Harmonix Small Stone? Yeah, I think we got one of those. I'll do that. I'll just try to plug that in. Okay, Michael B. Who's Chris? Come on. Now I know you like me too. I wasn't fighting for attention. I also prefer Chris. All right, I'll just plug that in as well. Small Stone incoming. That's the cool edition. That's the funky edition. Yeah. There we go. Beautiful. Rates and color. Yeah. Let me try with just the 600 out.
That's the 9. You need 12. Right?
I do need 12. Nope. Sorry. We'll be going without Surfy Bear today. It's a little bit too demanding, but we'll fix it for next time, promise. Worth a try though. Yeah. It's always how it is off camera, but now you get to be on camera. All right, some Small Stone. In tune enough. Am I plugged in? Yeah, right now, like that. Oh, I'm not, sorry. Now I'm plugged in. That is so cool. I love phases. Psychedelic, yeah. It's super easy to set, as you said, Biohazard. It's just, It's super cool, and also phaser has like carried its way across so many different styles of playing, so many different like variations of the effect itself. It's just really cool, and it works on a ton of stuff. So yeah, that was the Small Stone by Electro-Harmonix, and I think we're gonna call it a day on that. Phil is still looking for power supply. He will not quit. He will not quit. I respect that. I respect that. Nah, I think we'll just call it for today, and try the Surfy Bear in the next live stream. We'll be live again before Christmas and before the end of this year anyway. So you should click on the subscribe button, and then you won't miss out on the next live where I might be playing the Surfy Bear reverb if I remember it. Have a great day as well. Okay, Michael P, you deserve it too. And stop bragging about the temperature in Sebastian, Florida, because it's getting more and more depressing as the temperature here keeps going down. No, seriously, enjoy, have a good time. Thank you guys so much for checking in today. It was really, really cool. And it made me feel not so lonely in here. So that was quite nice. Let's noopa. I'm gonna have to. I'm sorry, but yeah, you guys have a great rest of your day, whatever time it is at your place. Yeah, I'll see you in a video tomorrow for sure. Oh my God, you don't want to miss what's coming out tomorrow. It's massive, massive. It's really good. So click the subscribe button, check out tomorrow's video. We'll have another video on Wednesday, another video on Thursday, and another video on Friday this week. It's a pretty busy week. So yeah, do all that. I'll see you in the comment section. I'll see you all during the next live stream. And now I'm gonna play myself out. Thanks, Ralph, and have a good time in Detroit. And yeah, but Phil's not always in the room. All right, stop it with the questions. God, oh yeah, you guys are lovely. All right, you take care, and I'll see you soon. Everything on. Let's do everything on. It's always fun. And it always sounds good. Right, Tamo?